Hey guys, thanks for tuning in for another episode. I'm just going to do a little bit of review on this bow here. It's the Brute X PSE. Before I go into that, I did want to say that the channel is alive and going, and if you like the content, please make sure you like the videos that you like. That way it gives me an idea of what you guys are looking at and what you want to see. In terms of where it's going right now, there's a lot of hunting content, and that's only because hunting season it's going on. You know, I'm still doing extended archery elk season here in Utah, and so I'm still going to be posting more hunting videos as I go out and try and fill my tag. In terms of winter coming up, that means that I'll be doing some more winter camping. And so you'll see more videos of that. Might do some gear reviews as well. Like I'm going to do this one on this bow just because I've had at least over a year just to play with it. And I just wanted to give a little bit of insight as to my thoughts of the bow and just to anyone who's thinking about getting this same bow. The Brute X is discontinued, but they changed the name basically. So it's basically, the new bow is the Surge, I think they call it, PSE Surge. And I think it has the same, it's got the same cam and, what do you call this, the wheel on top. I'm not like a bow professional here, and I'm not going to give you guys insight on bows and whatnot. I'm just going to give you insight on what I saw on this bow and just what I thought of it. So, to start off, I wanted to give my good and bad on this bow. The good, what I thought was good is it's very quiet, it's non-vibrating. When I first shot this bow, I was so impressed with it because I think the bow I had before just was such an older bow, and just it had a lot of stuff that it was lacking a lot of stuff that this bow has. So there's a lot of things on this. This is the ready to shoot model. It came with these little rubber vibration absorbers, and it also came with this here as well, which helps absorb vibration and noise. And then it has a string stop as well, and more vibration absorbers there. So basically it came fully loaded, and I think a lot of people like that it's quiet, and that's one of the reasons people will go with the PSE Brute X. And then also it's a good beginner bow at a beginner price. You get a really good bow. That's what a lot of people say, and that's kind of what I felt in it. What other things? The feet per second, I don't really care about that. I think it was 320 IBO. You can look up the stats on the bow on your own. I'm just giving ideas of what I didn't like about it and what I did like. So it's quiet. Doesn't vibrate much. Price was excellent. When I purchased it at Cabela's, and I believe I was purchasing it when they were discontinuing it. So there was like $100 off. Then I had like Cabela's had, they had that seasonal thing where they give you like $50 off if you spend $100 or $200, and you get $100 off. I forget exactly what it is, but anyhow, I ended up getting it like $250 off the normal price, and so I got the bow for a real steal, and so I was all over that. I like getting a deal, and I like quality products, and so that's how I got the bow. The price is good for what you get. You don't have to go and spend $800 for this bow. The Surge is the new model, like I said, and so if you're looking for this bow and you can't find a Brute X, you can always get a Surge. This is the Skullworks model, which is black. I actually like that better than the, I think it's Real Tree. I like that better, the blackness. And yeah, it's a good bow. It comes with a whisker biscuit. It did have a rubber tube sight. And this is actually not the string that came with it. What else? Oh, the sight only has 3 pins. I added an extra 2 pins, so now it's a 5-pin sight. That was mainly just so I can reach a little bit farther if I have to. I don't intend to, but you never know. You have to take that shot. Okay, so that was the good. The bad. Okay, so one of the main things that I did not like about this bow in particular, I think it was the strings, and a lot of people might agree with you or agree with me on that. And so there is wear. There's a lot of wear that goes into this part of the string right here where it meets up with the cam. And I'm going to try and put that on video so you can kind of see what happens with this bow. So let me flip it around. Okay. This camera works pretty good. May even need to put like a light on it. So let's actually do this. I'm gonna do a little bit of fun filming here. Okay, so it's on the cam right there that it actually has the issue. Right where it rolls on, if it'd focus. Okay, so right where it rolls on the cam, the serving takes quite a beating. This is a custom string, so this is a new string, and it's been doing pretty good so far. The one before it started to fray. I don't have pictures of it, but it did start to fray, and when it frayed, it also started to have some peep rotation happening here, which inevitably single cam bows, they tend to stretch more than a double cam. And that is due to having a much longer, well, when you have a single cam, the string has to be a whole lot longer than if you have a double cam, if that makes sense. So I was getting peep creep, I guess they call it, and they do actually put the tubed peep sight on this bow, and I actually used that for a few months, and I fired it one day and it broke off. And so I just decided, oh well, I'm going to go and stick a normal peep on it. Anyhow, the string wasn't very good, so the serving started to get frayed a little bit just from use, just from shooting it, and then the peep sight started to rotate a whole bunch on me, so the string was stretching. What else can I say? So that was the biggest issue I had with it, was the string. That's easily remedied, and you can go and purchase a custom string. I would suggest getting a custom string. I've heard there's like the, what do they call it? There's a bunch of different professional strings available. You end up paying a lot for them, but even when you buy those strings, I don't think they stretch them nearly enough. I talked to a guy that does custom strings, and he goes through a whole process of stretching those strings out, pre-stretching them really well, so that when you actually go and use them and fire your bow, you're not going to have any stretch and eliminate the peep creep. So custom string is what I went with, and it's a whole lot cheaper than going with one of those top quality strings that are available commercially. So another problem, another thing I do not like about the bow is the fact that the valley is really short. So when you draw your bow out and you get to the end of your draw, basically there's a very short distance between that wall of where you stop pulling and where it starts pulling back quickly. And that's one thing I don't like about the bow, because occasionally if you stop putting that pressure on the bow, it just will start pulling right back in, and that's really frustrating, and it can be kind of it can be somewhat stressful on your shoulders and your muscles if it just starts pulling back in and you have to do like an opposite flex in order to not have that happen to you, or to pull it back. Another thing I didn't like, the 3 pins, which I replaced. So, well, which I didn't replace, which I put 2 pins more on it. So now I have the 5 pins. The sight is a nice sight. You can look up what kind of sight it is, but it's a, I think it's an aluminum sight. So it's all metal, it's not plastic. So that's a good sight. This works well. Like I said, the vibrations and stuff that you don't feel because the bow absorbs so much of it. That's all taken care of. It comes with a nice quiver as well, which is on there. And yeah, overall, I'm very pleased with the bow. The one thing I'd say is replace the string. Replace the string. Actually, you shouldn't have to replace the string if you have a tubed sight, because it will automatically align as you draw back. But I would suggest getting your servings replaced on your cable that goes from the cam that helps with the tension. So I would have the cable get the servings replaced, at least where it runs on the cam, because that there takes a beating on the new stock strings. But yeah, I really like the bow. I think it's somewhere around 5 pounds, 4 point something, but when you start putting on arrows and stuff, it starts getting heavier. Yeah, I've been shooting it quite often. It's accurate. It's as accurate as the Archer, is what I would say. There's a lot of hype about getting a really nice bow, but I think sometimes it's more about becoming a better archer that will improve your aim. It's not about having a better bow that makes you a better archer. So anyhow, if you guys are getting into archery, comment. I could give you some insight. I'm still new to it, and like I said, this video is not about archery. I'm not trying to tell anyone how to be a good archer. I'm basically just trying to give you guys insight on what this bow has done for me and what I've noticed issues in it, because I've used it for over a year. And so yeah, the whisker biscuits, as you use it, they start to wear out. Mine's starting to do a little bit of and you can kind of see it there, the whiskers are starting to bend a little bit more. As long as it's holding there in place, it's good. Anyhow, if you guys like the video, share it with someone. PSE is a good brand. I'm not an advocate of any brand at all. This is the bow I got, and so I like it. It works. Most of the bows use a lot of the same technologies, and so I mean, if I had a Hoyt or if I had a Matthews or a Diamond, what is it called, Diamond something, Diamondback, or an Expedition, you know, if I had any of those bows, I'm sure I'd be just as happy with it. I'm sure they're the same technology. They're I mean, the Indians started the whole bow thing, and we've kind of taken it to a new level with compound bows, but it's the same idea. Some people might disagree and say that, you know, oh yeah, this brand's better than that brand. There's a big, huge war over it, and every single thing that's available, there's pretty much a war on brands, because some people just are fanboys for different brands. I don't know if you've experienced snowmobiling and that sort of thing. There's Arctic Cats and Polaris and Yamaha. It's with everything. Basically, people try and bash different brands and say theirs is better. But anyhow, this is the PSE Brute X. Excellent bow. Like I said, if you want to get one, change the servings. Other than that, you can mod it how you want, but the servings are the main thing that I had an issue with. See you guys.